Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of What If Izuku Midoriya was Victor Von Doom. Now, we start off with a proposition being placed on Izuku, because for some reason, Doom is having extreme difficulty getting into his head. Because, it's emotionless. It's like trying to tap into a computer. It's gonna take a while for him to even, scratch the surface of what the fuck he needs to do to attempt to wrench control from him. Of his body from him. But at this point, he doesn't find it worth anything. He doesn't. So, what ends up happening is an arrangement between Victor and Izuku. Basically, Victor wants information on where the fuck he is, and most likely what has happened. So, Izuku's like, okay. So, what Izuku does at this point is start listing off some of the hero associations. Some of them Doom knows. Some of them he's so fucking confused about. Really fucking, huh? The fuck is this? Fuck is Superman? Man, that's the most generic shit I have ever heard in my life. The fuck? And then he begins to explain, the subsidiary that he's basically a dummy corp for Vought. And he is somewhat in control of this location via Vought contacts. Now, in the equivalency of Homelander and all of the 7 status, they are not on that level. He is not on that level. He's kinda, but not really, right? He's not, and he shows his disdain towards heroes openly. For instance, if Homelander went into his office, he would be treated like an animal. Because in Deku's opinion, that's what he is. A dog that was made for a single purpose, and that should not be talking shit. Or throwing loosely based threats around because he knows he can't do nothing. Because he's the fucking money. So, when it comes down to how willing Izuku is to slap somebody in the face like Homelander, extremely. He is willing to bend the entire fucking Vought assembly line over just to piss his Homelander off. Him and Homelander, you would think, oh yeah, no, Homelander would kill him. No. The only reason that he's not killing him is because he wants attention. And he fucking hates the fact that this person that doesn't even fucking, like, not even a quarter of a decibel raises when he's in the room. Usually, people are freaking the fuck out when Homelander is around, you know? Like, oh, my heart accelerates like 2 decibels. Maybe a decibel. But Izuku is like the CEO of the hero branch of VOT. He just, that level, but like more emotionless and more manipulative, because Izuku has basically multiple times now undermined VOT, but they couldn't do anything about it because as he basically said, hey man, Homelander destroyed a factory, that's not my fucking problem. So, which then ensued like Homelander getting even more pissed off, just like multiple meetings would happen, but we're gonna go a bit forward about a year. Izuku, I'm not gonna lie, he likes the suit. He likes the suit a lot. That, and like during the year he has been getting like, there really hasn't been any corruption leakage, you know what I mean? Like, Victor Von Doom has tried time and time again to seemingly, when he's in a weak mental state, to try to punch through it, and it's not working. And he's so mad. Like, because he doesn't think, he knows for a fact the spell went off perfectly. There is no way in hell that he should be able to resist this. I am the only one that has this type of fuck you amount of willpower. Like, he's like salty, like really bad. But eventually a man would fly over from the US, leaving some of the members of the main team and to keep doing what they're doing, just make VOT look like dumbasses. Billy Butcher. God damn it. When Billy Butcher comes in to there and realizes there's no heroes, and he could literally just walk up and like jot his fucking name down for like an appointment, because like Izuku basically lives in his office. His office is, ooh, good to know. His office is his house. He just needs to open a single door, and like living room, bedroom upstairs type shit. But like the most interesting thing is like, you would expect like people to be half fucking tabs on Izuku. No, he killed them all. Hold on. He killed them all. Now you're probably wondering, wait, how the fuck did he kill them all? Simple. When Doom seen them keeping tabs on him, he wanted to gain Izuku's trust, even though he doesn't trust anyone. Which is fucking impeccably wow. So like, when he like told Izuku, he's like, okay, I already know, but okay. So like, that same night he like still had the armor on, he snuck out away from people's sight, and he just hung them. Like, he just basically made a piano wire noose, was able to slip it around like some people's necks and just run away with it, and just basically using the augmented strength that the suit provided, they are decapitated. And then the bodies were cleaned up and disposed of. And since the equipment that they did have were like equipment that he made for Vought, he just put it in the supply cache that was supposed to be sent off. Why the fuck would he care? Like, all bugs in that building are filtered. Now you're like, what do you mean by filtered? Oh, simple. They filter through Izuku. And before those bugs get checked, any, like, thing that would fuck with Vought gets filtered out. So, the reason that Billy Butcher, like, knows of Izuku is because, to be honest, Izuku was, kind of already active, because he openly just spit on Homelander. Like, it's not hard to see. He hates heroes to the maximum capability. He fucking hates them. Really bad. Like, he cannot handle it, how much he fucking hates them. So, when Billy ended up talking with Izuku, it was more or less like Izuku brought him into his house, because like, Izuku knew that, hey, this guy's caused Vought problems. I know like hell he won't be causing me any, so. Because out of everything, they're probably going to try and get him as a contact. What he didn't know, hey, no, he wanted to make Izuku a member. Which, like, when he did realize that, he just... It's like, the fuck? Huh. Just like, because there is still surprise in him. It's just like, huh. Interesting. I did not foresee this. Like, fuck, I don't know. He caught me on the back foot, son of a bitch. But, like, him and Bobby are talking, like, a lot more. Or was it Billy? I know it was a B. I'm retarded. Hold on. Yeah, no, my apologies. I said Bobby instead of Billy. I'm retarded. Dyslexia is kicking in. But, yeah, no. No. Billy and Izuku begin talking, right? And Billy is already just fucking interested in him, because there's a guy in Vought that specifically fucks over the hero branch. And it's like, alright, so can you, like... Because what he's basically doing, he's trying to get a guy inside of Vought. Which, I'm not gonna lie, Izuku doesn't turn it down, but he's like, I'm gonna need time to think. And I'm gonna need to place my cards accordingly, so I could do this properly. And he's like, alright. So, like, after that, Billy leaves. And, like, a day after, Homelander comes in to do his usual shit talk. Like, because he does not fuck with him at all. Like, at this point, Homelander, like, goes on his days off to fuck with Izuku. And technically, Izuku knows, hey, yeah, no, you can kill this person if they threaten your life. But he never really had the capability to until now. Because he does have, like, Homelander's entire power file. Because, dude, he wanted some dirt. He just wanted dirt so bad. But, more specifically, there are multiple versions and, like, realities of what could happen and how it could happen. You know what I mean? Because Doom has been teaching him sorcery. Dr. Doom has been teaching Izuku sorcery. And Izuku clung to necromancy pretty fucking easily. Like, I don't know about you, but like someone who does not care about people, yeah, no, necromancy is gonna be his thing. But more importantly, like, Dr. Doom is like more along the lines of impressed. Because this kid's picking it up faster than he did. Which is, like, impressive to Doom. So, like, he kind of stops poking at his head a little bit, trying to, like, take it over. Because now he's just flat out curious, what can this kid learn that I might not know? So, like I said, in that year period, Izuku has just been kind of just us learning how to do specific things. But, like, more importantly, he figured out, hey, you could steal powers with this suit. And just energy in general. So, when that comes to Izuku's attention, he doesn't think it would work on Homelander. Because he explains Compound V to a Dr. Doom. Which, as soon as that shit happens, Dr. Doom's basically like, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? And it's like, what, why? We could have used this, you know? It's like, yes, I could have. You could not. Because you're in a jail cell of your own making, you dumbass. But, like, yeah, no, like, Izuku and Doc Doom is, like, their relationship is kind of like, how do I say it? Like a bitchy teenager to, like, their alcoholic father. Like, it's weird. It's a really interestingly fucky relationship. Like, they both, like, enjoy each other's company at times, but then, like, enough is enough. One person needs to shut the fuck up. And most of the time it has to be Doom. Which he fucking hates. But when Homelander does enter and start, while doing his usual spiel, first thing that he realizes, why can't I hear his heartbeat? What? What? Just like, he's confused because Izuku's put an illusion that he doesn't have a heartbeat to make it seem like he's a corpse. And he just flat out says, I am really sick and tired of your bullshit. You know that it's disappointing how someone with your powers is so just uninteresting. You could have given it to a lowest life form. You could have given your powers to some fucking phytoplankton. And it would have done the same damn thing. You were a disappointment. You are just not worth my time. Get the fuck out of my office. Or what? Homelander says with like a much more aggressive tone. 3. Izuku just starts counting down. 2. 1. And he can more specifically, Homelander can no longer see because Izuku just basically made a shadow box. All in his eyes. Like, he basically put like a shadow box on his head. Izuku stood up, and it's like basically a box of sound nullification. He can't hear anything, he can't see anything, so in all reality, he's wigging the fuck out. And he's like shooting his laser eyes and shit, trying to swing. But what Izuku does is pretty straightforward, because there's a very interesting thing about necromancy. Like, it doesn't take much to kill someone. It doesn't. Just cause necrosis. So, what he did was, as he was flailing around and finally started to fly upwards, what Izuku did was just pat him on the back as he went through his roof. And that put a rune on his back, which then seeped through the tights into his skin, and then into his spine, into his spinal cord, and just started to like kind of spread through his blood. The runes started to appear on individual blood cells. And like as like it stopped in like he could see, like Homelander could see now and shit. Like he destroyed another factory. So when Homelander's like looking around, he's now uber pissed off. He just sees Izuku flying up with jet boots, and he's like, I can't kill you because of company policy, but I'm gonna prove a point. So what happens is Homelander begins firing I-beams. Izuku, with now Homelander hears a heartbeat, and it's unchanged. Still, a completely calm person. Now, when an I-beam does hit Izuku, it doesn't really go through the suit. Because Dr. Doom, since his soul is kind of acting as, not a battery, but it's more like acting as if another layer of bullshit protection because of magic. Like, it hits Izuku and it sends him back a little bit, but it doesn't, like, hurt him. So, like, when Izuku's just flying towards him, just taking complete eye beams, just, like, to his face. Like, straight to his big-ass forehead, just like nothing is happening. And when, like, Homelander stops and actually goes to throw a punch, when, like, Homelander goes blind again, and he just feels a barrage of punches just landing specifically in his spine. And, as, like, those barrage of punches landed, it caused Homelander to, well, fly into the ground and fall into the, main nexus point of the sewers. Which then, like, he landed amongst corpses. Which then immediately, like, all of them, eyes opened, looked at him, and started jumping on him. Like, and I mean all of them. Now, Izuku planned for this. And now, I'm gonna say, Billy didn't leave yet. Because he wanted to see what the fuck would happen. And he's watching this guy basically beat the shit out of Homelander. Just viciously. He said he wasn't gonna kill him, but, like, it's a iffy process now. Like, because now, since Izuku dives into the sewer drainage, Homelander has, like, 100 or so, like, zombies clinging to him and to each other, like, biting and clawing at non-vital areas, because, let's be real, they're not trying to kill him. They're trying to maim him. Like, one of his ears get bitten off, like, a piece of his eyebrow is gone, his lip. Just, like, his face is fucking mangled. And Izuku climbs down, all the zombies basically, they push Homelander off. I'm not gonna say that Homelander, like, just was letting this shit happen. I'm gonna say, with all reality, like, half of the zombies are dead. There were 200 corpses in there. Like, do you know how many factory accidents happen a year? It's a lot. Especially in this factory, where some legal codes can be exploited to the maximum potential. But, more importantly, like, these zombies have powers. They aren't, like, Formula V, but they're quirked humans. None of them are metahumans or mutants, they're just quirked humanoids. So, like, when there's, like, this big-ass conglomerate amount of go fuck yourself going on to Homelander, when Izuku lands, Homelander actually, like, looks at him, gets punched in the face, gets, like, what's left of his nose broken, and flew back up out of the sewer drainage, and just, like, lands and rolls on the floor. Izuku flies up and just starts stomping him out. Like, because he's unconscious at this point, and Izuku's just like, time to let out all my aggression. Like, the last thing he hears is Izuku's heart rate, like, stop for, like, a solid, like, 2 seconds, and then just raise up to, like, something ridiculous. It's as he's just getting fucking stomped out. So, like, when Izuku's done, Homelander is covered in like, rotten blood from the zombies, and mainly his own. And, like, when Izuku's done, and he, like, grabs Homelander, throws him into, like, a hospital bed, tells them to, like, give him plastic surgery. But, he also got a tattoo artist involved because he's gonna be comatose for a bit. Because the best thing that I'm personally going to bring in is the the conservative-esque nature of the boys. The original Boys comic. I'm wondering, wait, what does that mean? Oh, the kind of, well, not really homophobia. Well, who the fuck? Swing Wing was homophobic. There was some homophobic, like, esque vibes going on in that show. But, like, let's be real here. It's like what Izuku basically ends up doing is on Homelander's back. He basically has this tattoo artist basically just write down all this shit, just these random ass ideas of literally meant to be permanent life decisions. Just like, I might as well drain some of his money while I'm here. Which, like, Billy watched Izuku just curb stomp the shit out of him, and is just kind of like, what the fuck? Just confused. Because he didn't know that he was on Project V, which he isn't. And, like, from what all the files say, he's, like, powerless. He ain't got no fucking mutation, no super intelligence, nothing. Not a goddamn thing. So, like, when Izuku, like, well, more specifically, when Homelander, like, starts waking up, Izuku slaps him in the face again, knocking his ass unconscious, drags him to a private jet, buck ass naked, throws him in there, and he did have something like, almost like, you know, like tribal scarring that some people like do because of a cultural reason. Yeah, no. He just basically carved into his chest, dumbass. Just like, Izuku does not like him. Like, Izuku wanted to make a fucking example. So, like, when Homelander wakes up, well, more like gets woken up by, like, them landing, he shoots up with a start. And there's, like, some blood. Well, not blood. It's more like some scabbing on his chest. And he's, like, buck-ass naked. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna hide this. And so, like, he starts looking for clothes. There are none. Izuku took like a random ass jet that he did not want and put, like, one of the most annoying people in the workforce to drive the jet. Because he knew what was going to happen to that jet. As that jet landed, the pilot dead. The jet gone. Like, And Homelander flew to, like, at max speed. As high as an altitude that he could go. Just, gotta go back home. Gotta go back to Vought. Like, gotta get clothes. So, like, Izuku basically, when he's, like, goes back into his office and he, like, his secretary, Billy Butcher is here for you. And it's like, oh, yes, let him in. So, like, well, actually, he wouldn't be going under Billy. He would not be going under that. Izuku would know his name, but he wouldn't be going under it. He would probably be going under, like, fucking, you know what? Fucking Nathan fucking Stamos. Fuck it. Why not? Because fucking first name came to my head. Let's go. But, yeah, no. So instead of, like, Billy Butcher, I'm just gonna say Billy. Just know that he's working under an alias because he's not fucking stupid. Like I am. But, when it comes down to it, him and Izuku, who have a chat, and, like, more and more they begin talking, and he's like, oh, fine, fuck it, I'll be a double agent for you. I don't fuck with these people. So, like, when it comes down, Izuku's kind of, yeah, no, fuck Vought. I'ma cripple him. I'ma turn that entire bitch into a parking lot after I'm done with them. Because Izuku's, like, problem is the fact that he is not on top. And he is willing to do anything for that one purpose. So as Billy and Izuku shake hands, because Izuku was already kind of a mover and a shaker in the underground. I'm not gonna lie to you. Izuku was kind of fucked up. But, mostly, since, like, they don't really need him to prove how much he hates Vought and, like, Homelander and them. Because Billy's seen the fucking way he was acting during that fight. Like, that fight was clearly over, and he took 5 minutes just to stomp on Homelander's face. Like, no assistance from the fucking suit. I mean, like, Izuku didn't get any assistance from the suit. He was just stomping his face with his strength, which is regular human. But it's also Homelander. It didn't really do much. But, like, eventually he did start using the super strength. But, yeah, no, that's about it. Hopefully I remember to put the intro in on this one, because personally, I like this series. I like how it's probably gonna turn out. Because, like I said, I rough draft shit in my head. So, if, like, I have to go back on one or two things, have some patience with me, because sometimes I'll accidentally make an inconsistency and have to go and fucking fix it. But all in all, we've had a pretty good time today. Now, personally, I would like for you to like, comment, and sub, and share, turn on notifications, all that fucking cringy shit that YouTubers say nowadays. But, I'm gonna probably let this ride out for, like, until it hits 40 minutes. So, like, in all reality, I'm gonna just, know what? Nah, fuck it. Later.